I wonder if it's gonna be all roboted out, dude. And it is. It's doing it. Look, we're kind of robotic. We're live. It'll catch up here in a second. Kaipo, what's up, brother?
Oh man, I'm excited to be here. Excited to see you guys.
I'm glad you're back.
My mentors, man.
It's been a while, right?
Yeah.
I know. I saw you on Instagram. You're like gonna come home for Thanksgiving. I was like, yes, man. And I immediately thought, I was like, dude, I gotta have him on the show.
Yeah, man. Pumped to be here. Talk to the fans, the old crew chiefs.
Yep.
Get them together.
You went to the old stomping grounds to the gym. I saw that, dude.
I did, man. I hit it up.
It's changed a little bit in there, right?
Yeah. It doesn't have that like piss smell anymore.
Yeah.
From all the,
it's like kind of weird. I don't know. I walked in there like it was about a month back. Actually, probably back a little bit further than that. But I went in there. It just seemed different, man. Didn't have the same vibe.
This smell was from doing your workouts. That was me.
That's from people pissing and throwing up.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Hey, let's bear crawl across the gym back and forth a million times. That's a great idea.
I remember we would do a couple exercises or something, like we'd do buddy exercises, and Chris Bush like didn't want to participate. He's like, I'm not doing that. Remember, I thought there was one like where we held on to somebody and you drug them on the floor. It was just a weird position, like you bear crawled and you're like hugging the other guy. Yeah. He's like, I'm not doing that. I'm too macho to do that.
I'm like, this is good.
Dude, but some of those workouts were grueling, man.
Yeah, grueling. I love that stuff.
I miss that group workout stuff, man. I do. Now it's just like solo time.
Yeah, I see you in here. Getting it in.
Yep.
I miss that group of people at the Det.
Yeah, good time.
Like
man.
when we first got there, you know, like 2010.
Yep.
It was a good crew of people.
Hell yeah.
I don't like that year because that's the year I blew my back out. Everything changed.
Oh, that was when you were on the floor laughing at you. And you were really in pain. And then your wife said, "Stop being a bitch." I think what it was. Or something to that effect.
She showed up. He's like, "Come lay with me."
Dude, that hurt. And you know what? How I did it, right? You remember how I did it? I was just holding pads for this knucklehead, dude. Just focus pads. And I just felt this weird twitch in my back. I didn't even do anything crazy, man. I was just holding pads for Andy. And he wasn't going crazy on the mitts right there. I just felt something weird snapping my back, man.
Yeah.
Then an hour later, I realized that I couldn't.
Yeah. I just remember, I forgot who was holding the gurney. And they slammed you into the rail as we were walking out the door.
Was it Madsen and Leonard?
Yeah, it was Leonard. Yeah. It was Leonard.
Yeah, and Dave Madsen.
I went down to MPF. I was like, "You guys got a gurney?" And they're like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Just."
That was a weird day because like you think about that thing that we use for training for self-aid buddy care, and then like I came to work into work. I'm leaving work on a stretcher, dude, getting loaded up into the back of somebody's truck. Dude.
Oh yeah, it was Leonard's truck, I think too.
Yeah, that was a bad day, man. But other than that, man, yeah, I missed the whole group thing at the Det. It was a good time, man.
Yeah, we were just talking the other day when we were fucking around with the pads in the back, and I really need you.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, don't get mad. Don't get mad. Like, no. I was like, no, you're fine. He's like, no, I see it in your face.
I was like, you're gonna hurt me.
I was like, I just hear his mouth click.
I was fucking in it, man. Focus.
Oh man, yeah.
Hey, so where are you stationed at now, brother?
So Hickam Air Force Base in Hawaii, in the enroute system, so the 735th AMS, so Air Mobility Squadron. So it's a lot of maintainers, and then you got the maintainers side of the house, and then on the other side of the house is all the loaders, all the guys that load the cargo and push freight through the Pacific, pretty much. How's the pace difference from going from ACC, which now it's Global Strike, to what you're doing now? Different pace? Yeah, ACC. A different animal. Yeah. Even when I went from ACC to AMC for the 130s for those 2 years when I was running their ISO dock, and even on that deployment as a KC-10 guy in that time frame, it was just AMC is totally different world, man. They just they seems like they cared more about their people. Really? Then ACC was just about grinding out numbers, which I totally understand. The mission's different. You know.
Do you think it's more revolves around like every flight that comes out of AMC is real world? You know what I mean? For the most part, or at least in your world, you know, like here, you know, I'm sure C-130 air crews still train and have training to do, but they also fly a lot of real world missions out of here as well. Do you think that's a factor? I do. I think the air crew, when it comes to AMC stuff, was a lot more
friendly and just more open to talking to the maintainers, where it felt like for a long time there the B1 guys, for the most part, we were just the dudes that fix the airplanes. There was nothing more than them. Where the AMC world, like they depend on these guys because they're flying crew chiefs, you know.
Yeah.
They're the ones that fix these things on the road. And so I gained a whole new respect for the 130 guys too, man, because they go everywhere and anywhere. Fix some crazy stuff on airplanes in the middle of nowhere. But we're going back to the Pacific part of it and where I'm at now. It's just you have those days where you just have a ton of aircraft coming through, especially if presidential support stuff's coming through.
Wow.
So I've seen a lot of pretty awesome missions come through there. The 52 veterans that came back from the Korean War, we helped do that stuff for those guys. Some of my guys led those crews that pulled 52 soldiers off an airplane that had been gone away from their families for the Korean War. So a lot of that stuff. General Mathis flew through, saw him. Trump, Obama, so Pence.
Yep.
So a lot of the big wigs, man, they come through there. So we're in charge of all that when the airplanes land. We catch them, AMC stuff. So
they're just going to Hawaii for vacay, dude.
That's what it feels like,
right?
Yeah, man. We call it Operation Mai Tai. So air crews will fly there,
they're just
and then all of a sudden they're broke. You know, it's whatever. It's a flyable ride up. They're like, safety of flight.
So a couple days, man.
We just got this thing downtown.
So you love living there, huh? You used to live there when you were younger. That's where you grew up too, right?
Yeah, so I was born there. I lived there for a long time. Left, came back. When I was a high school dropout, I came back. Was a pool guy there for 6 months. Best job ever.
Some good story.
Best job ever, and then joined the Air Force after that. But being back there now, it's hard to beat it.
Yeah,
it's really hard. It just feels like that's where I'm supposed to be. As much as I love Texas, and my family's from here too, but it's hard to beat that,
man.
So I go surfing 3 days a week, man. I mean, if I don't get it in, I'm a little upset. Actually, 3 days is kind of the middle.
Jealous, man. Jealous. Hey, I was in your old stomping grounds for at the end of the summer, man. I went to Austin. I was hanging out there.
Oh, really?
Picked up paddle boarding. I love it, dude.
Paddle boarding's awesome.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I was like, man, this is awesome.
High.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, did you go to a concert?
No, man. We were just on. Man, I'm forgetting the where we were at.
6th and Red River, probably.
No. I forgot the name of the fucking body of water I was in Austin, man.
Lake Austin?
Yes. Well, there's branches of it that go off. And the water was crystal clear there, dude. But anyways, man, going through there, I'm just like, I look at Kim, I was like, I know you smell that. Like everybody's blazing it up on that river, dude. And I'm all... And sure enough, man, I looked up and they were there just blazing it up. And then the cops were cruising through on their little boat.
Yeah.
They knew, man. They just didn't even care, man. I think there's just too many people out there doing it. They can't stop it, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I was
paddleboarding's.
I was out there doing that for the first time. I was like, man,
It's a really good workout and it's fun. I just picked up paddle surfing. So I've been surfing like 7-foot boards, 8-foot, 9-foot boards. And I have a paddle board for my wife and my family. It's kind of a bigger one. So Corbin will sit on the front of it and we'll paddle out. We paddled out the other day to it's called Chinaman's Hat. And it's a good little paddle, but you paddle this island, you can climb to the top of it.
They're fun, man. Yeah. Paddleboarding is so fun. I didn't realize how fun it was, man. I had a good time doing that. It made me want to move to Austin so I can just do that all the time when it warms up.
I mean, you got a lake right here. You just got to watch for the bodies.
Yeah, the lake. It's like a sewage system down here.
A giant cat.
But I was hanging out in Austin, man. It was a good time.
Oh, yeah.
That was, it made me want to move over there, dude. I like that place, but this is home too. So I know what you mean coming back to Texas and it's this is home too for you as well. But I'd also love to live in the tropics again too, man.
It's just, man, the food is amazing. The only thing food wise that I really miss from here was Beehive Steak. So we've already eaten there twice. Chick-fil-A. There's no Chick-fil-A in Hawaii.
Really?
So I've eaten there 4 times.
Maybe.
That's pretty much all I've eaten since I've been here.
I wonder why I've got a Chick-fil-A in Hawaii.
There's supposedly one's coming, but it's a lot of local food. So a lot of the local restaurants, people would rather eat local food, grown there. You got
how's the cost of living?
It's high.
Yeah.
Real high. So my BAH as a mass sergeant is $3,100.
Damn.
So that'll get you an okay place.
Did you buy a house out there, or you?
No, because I still have a couple of those houses here.
Okay.
That I rent out. So we had talked about maybe possibly selling these, but I don't know yet. It's just real risky. So you buy a $600,000-$700,000 house, you leave, you go to get somebody to rent it. Nobody rents it.
Oh yeah,
that's a $3,200 house payment you got to foot.
I think what you're doing with the rentals, man, is like the smart thing. I'd keep that, dude. That's just a constant, steady flow of income, man.
Yeah, I mean, somebody's paying your mortgage for you.
Yep. Yeah, it's worked out pretty well for me. It hasn't burnt me yet.
Yeah.
I've given a lot of advice to dudes just in my squadron, and they're asking about it. I'm like, well, I know a little bit. I mean, I've sold 6 houses, I think.
Yeah, dude. Since I've known you, you lived in like 6 different houses, man.
Yeah.
Who was doing that too? He just came back into town. Caffrey, Matt Caffrey.
Oh, really?
He's doing the same thing you're doing, man. He's got 2 houses. He's living in Florida. Comes and checks on him every once in a while. And he says the same thing you're saying. I mean, it's just a great investment, dude. And it's just
real estate's not going to go down.
Yeah.
You know, not really in Abilene. It doesn't really get hit very hard with the base here. So.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do at this place. This is gonna be my source of income. I'm gonna rent this place out. Me and Kim will move eventually.
Yeah,
within a year or 2 or something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna do that too.
If he keeps blowing his bicep out.
Yeah, what happened there, man? I saw you were still doing pull-ups the other day, but
dude, like mutant abilities, I healed real quick. But yeah, look at that scar, dude. Pretty gnarly, right? Dude, I went to aerial yoga with Kim, and I blew my arm out doing aerial yoga, dude. Well, the lady was like, yeah, dude.
I heard that you blew your bicep out.
When I did it there, dude, I was like, I can't believe I just did this. Like, I knew it happened. Yeah. I heard it like tear, and then.
Did it coil up?
Oh, dude, my bicep flew way up here. I was all.
We're sitting here on it, and he's just like.
Yeah, I went with her to her aerial yoga. You know, spending time with her, I was like, I'll go do that. I mean, yoga's awesome. I was like, I'll try this. Man. And that aerial yoga is a little bit harder, dude. I was upside down, like I was like, cool, but I think I wrapped my arm wrong in that silk, and then I went all the way around, and like this arm rotated fine. That one didn't want to, so that's like, okay, the silk's not going to give. Tore my tendon off the bone. But I'm better now, man.
That's called the aerial yoga death roll.
Yes, dude. God, dude, that shit hurt.
Only happens to elitists, so.
I had that immediate.
He mastered it the first time.
That immediate heat feeling and like sick. I was like, yeah, I fucked it. God, I wish I was deadlifting.
Yeah, I mean that's tough. I mean, it's your story to tell. So really
but you know what? I was like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tell everybody what I did, man. There's no point in me. Line. And even the surgeon was like, what did you do? I was like, aerial yoga. He's like, what?
And they say honesty is the best choice.
Like, it's 2 of them, right? They both, like, I guess they YouTubed it after I left. My follow-up appointment, they were like, hey, man, we looked that up. Why are you doing that? I was like, man, I'm spending time with my wife, and I love yoga, so I was going to try this. And, yeah, it was...
Your wife, so you're the man in the relationship?
Yeah. So, yeah, don't do aerial yoga, man.
I won't. I mean...
Ready for it. It was really hard, man. It was actually very hard. Some of the stuff that they're doing, I was like, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll probably go back again. I just won't do anything crazy. I'll do like easy stuff.
Hell yeah. That's all you can hear. Get it in.
Yeah, dude. This is it, man. This is place
Iron Paradise, huh?
Yeah, that's where I get it in now. I still can't lift heavy weight yet. Until the doctor clears me. I got another appointment coming up.
I kind of felt bad for him because he bought all this, and then
I did, yeah. Like, I was like, I got my rack and my pull-up bar, and then pow, blew my arm out.
Yeah, I still got all of my stuff that I had in my old house.
Yeah,
minus the big tractor tire. The rest of it I took with
me.
I
see that tire once in a while. You left it on base, right?
Yeah, it's on the field.
It's on the field. Yeah, I see it out there. People still getting it on that.
Yeah, I took the. I don't know if you ever saw my Gorilla Head kettlebell. So when I left the 130s, my airman bought me that 72-pound. On it gorilla head.
That on it fucking
gorilla head etched for me, you know, for the time I was with them. So I took it to work, and it just sat on my desk. And when my airman would come in, I'm like, "You got to swing that 10 times before you can talk to me." I was like, yeah. And they would walk away. I'm like, "Obviously, your problem ain't that important."
If you do become a first sergeant, do the same thing.
I will.
Your days will be much easier.
Yeah.
Swing this 10 times. Dude.
Hell yeah.
You got to give them some skill, coaching on how to do that, because some people can hurt themselves trying to swing a kettlebell, man.
So we
know how to do it right.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We have a gym in our hangar, so I can get it in pretty much every day, and I have been lately. I dropped 15 pounds in the last probably 2 months. I was gonna run all 3 Spartan races in August in Hawaii, But then with that hurricane that came through that didn't actually hit us, they canceled all of them. But in 2 weeks, I had 2 go rucks back to back for Pearl Harbor Remembrance.
Yeah.
So I got a 12-hour ruck, 6-hour break, and then a 6-hour ruck.
When you're doing those rucks, how heavy is the gear?
About 40 pounds total.
Is there a requirement, like how heavy you got to have that stuff?
Yeah, so if you're at 155 and above, it's 30 pounds. And 155 and below, it's like 25 pounds.
So if you're 155 on the dot, you can pick if you want to go up or down, right? Yes.
Or just go Mr. Pukey and then, make weight.
So you lost 15 pounds. Why'd you lose 15 pounds? Or it was just bulk that you had on and you just wanted to
So yeah, it's just from like that last deployment I had where I got to 200 pounds. You were just lifting heavy like a gorilla again? I was 200 pounds. I was squatting 500, deadlifting 515, benching 300.
Dude, that's awesome.
I was the heaviest I'd ever been, the strongest I'd ever been, but I'm 5'6", man. Like that's just a lot of weight and takes a lot of energy and a lot of food to sustain.
Take care of your body, dude, because it'll break. Mine's broken.
That's aerial yoga.
I think you'd be all right. Just don't do that.
Yeah. But a lot of it was getting ready for that Spartan race and then also just surfing. Like it wasn't as fun when I was sinking the boards. Dudes, all my guys in my little crew, they'd be like, "How do you sink that board?" I'm like, "I got these quads, man, they weigh a lot."
Baby hole.
So yeah, I just cut some weight for that too, just to make surfing a little more enjoyable.
When you're in the deed, you didn't get that heavy.
No, I was about 185 in the deed, so I got the 200. So I was pretty yoked, man.
That's crazy. And that's a lot of it. I know has to be from the heavy lifting, dude. When you lift heavy, dude, you just put on size like crazy, man.
Well, I was doing the squat every day program, so for 62 days straight, I squatted every single day.
Dang.
And I lunged every single day for 15 minutes after my workout. So by the end of it, like I said, I've squatted 500. I front squatted 405. And I was just doing heavy stuff. And yeah, I'll have to show you guys a video later. I don't know if it's on my phone, but it's pretty intense. 500 pounds.
That's holding it up here, right? Like that?
Yeah. So I was 405 in like a front rack position. Yeah, man.
Gross.
So you know me, man. I just teach a lot of these dudes how to stay in shape.
Yeah.
Even though I'm almost 37, I'll still crush all their souls. So the age don't mean nothing to me.
Sometimes I want to go out to that track when I see him PT test. I'm like, dude, that bitch, I can still smoke these kids.
Oh, yeah.
Dude. I don't know. Maybe. Absolutely. I probably could.
Just don't end up like facial paralysis. Like, you remember what happened to me? I love telling the guys at work that story. I'm like, yeah, so I'm driving to work, and I'm like,
I'm having a stroke.
Why can't I feel my teeth? Like, I can move my hands, so I'm not stroking out. I get to work. I walk in. I think Chris Bush is in there, and then Rick Grimes is in there. I'm like, does this look right? And I couldn't blink my eye, and I'm drooling.
What was that?
It was just Bell's palsy.
Weird. It just happens.
Yeah. So I remember because I asked you assholes, like, hey, so this is Jack. They're like, yeah, man, you should go to the hospital. I'm like, all right, cool. I guess I'm driving myself to the hospital. I drive back to the hospital like two-faced. I'm drooling on myself. I got a little drool.
Yeah, but everything else worked. It's just your face.
Yeah, you guys were real concerned. I could tell.
I've seen people having strokes. You weren't having strokes.
Thank you for diagnosing me. That was real nice of you. I drive there, and the guy's like, yeah, it's Bell's palsy. It might go away or might not.
What exactly is Bell's palsy?
It's just like a temporary paralysis of your muscles in your face.
How did that happen to you?
The guy really couldn't explain. He said it could be a pinched nerve. It could be a lot of things. Remember at that time, that's when we were having that little competition. And so I was doing those 2-a-days to cut with body fat. Remember we did that body fat?
Yeah. Is that where we're doing the bod pod?
Nope.
And that perv was in there running it?
Yep. I forgot about that, dude.
Yeah, that's why he was like so excited to get us in that bod pod, because we'd have to get down in our boxers and he's probably like,
yeah.
Yeah.
And I go in there, he's like, we got the fucking thick with this.
He's like, bod pod's down today, sir. Yeah, that guy was a weirdo, man.
Yeah. I just did it the other day and hit him because my guys challenged us again.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, man. I was like, I don't know why you guys are going to compete. I'm going to beat you. I was like, I'm willing to hospitalize myself to beat you. So just understand that's the lengths I'm willing to go to. And one of the young kids, young and hungry, he's like, oh, whatever. You're already at 100%. I'm like, you think this is me at 100? I don't sleep, man. I'll work out all day, every day. But I was able to get down to, I'm at 12 right now. So I kind of put my foot in my mouth because to beat them, I need to get to like 9.
Damn.
It's going to be pretty intense. I just have to go back to like when I was MMA fighting. And
are you just gonna watch your diet or just
tweak my diet and then start running?
Yeah, because I've been messing around with the 16-8.
Yep.
I love it, dude.
Yep.
For me, it works. Some people do the longer one. What is it?
I do 18 and 6.
Yeah.
For the intermittent fasting.
Yep.
Anabolic fasting, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
I think that was key in the 25 pounds I recently lost.
Dude, he did that too, and it helped him with his diabeto. So, which is awesome, man.
Yeah.
I love it. And I'm not hungry. The first, like I told Andy, like the first 3 days I was doing it, I was like, oh, this is kind of weird. Because we're so used to just eating all the time. Like, it doesn't matter if you're hungry or not, just eat something. But then when I tried it and got used to it, man, I was like, dude, this rocks.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
You just got to stay busy.
Yeah. Or, dude, a lot of it, the times, you're either, okay, like, you got that 8-hour window where you can eat. And then the rest of it, you're either sleeping or you're working.
Yeah.
So,
well, for us on mids, I think it's super easy for me.
Yeah.
Especially like Mondays and Wednesdays I go to school, so I'm in class or I'm asleep.
Yeah.
And it's easy. I get up, I'll eat around like 7 or 8. Got my 8-hour window, and then,
dude, keep it up, Andrew. You're doing good, man.
But I don't get hungry either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When your metabolism will start to change.
Yep.
Like I noticed like I only eat when I'm hungry now, like within that 8,
Yeah, when it's
some people,
it's the feeding time.
Yeah, I only eat when I'm hungry.
Yeah.
It's weird. And I eat whatever the fuck I wouldn't say whatever I want, but
yeah,
it's like I'm doing like modified keto, like paleo kind of, and dude, I don't.
And stay away from sodas, right?
I wish I would have known this when I was in the Air Force.
Dude, there's a lot of things like that too. Like I wish I did that, like you're saying, that when I was in the military. I wish I discovered Jocko while I was in.
Yeah.
I mean,
pretty motivating.
Yeah.
I mean, I was starving myself. That's what I was doing in the Air Force. I was starving myself.
There was a smarter way to do it. We just weren't educated enough about it at the time, man.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's awesome, man. So you're gonna tweak the diet a little bit and then just.
Yeah, pretty much. So what I've been doing a lot lately too is just using my Vitamix for everything. I use it pretty much twice, sometimes 3 times a day. Just throw all my greens in there, throw all my vegetables if I got them in there, and just jam them in there. Use like a vegan protein just to keep some of the bloat down from the other proteins.
Yeah.
Just dial it in.
And just do a little bit more cardio, or your cardio. You already do quite a bit of cardio, right?
Yeah, so I just changed the weights up to just do a lot of bodyweight 300s on top of my workouts. That's how I like end a lot of my workouts. Or when we go surfing, you're talking. The other day we went surfing for like 3.5 hours.
That's an endurance sport, dude.
When you come out of that water, like you could eat anything. Like I go home and I just smash everything.
Yeah.
So doing that and just doing a lot of hikes, trying to get some more hikes in. Lots of really good hikes in Hawaii, and it makes it easier there because the weather's always good. So you want to look good all the time. You don't have to worry about like that winter bulk season because you got to pretty much always try to look good there.
Hey, I was gonna ask you, dude. Have you ever done a marathon yet? Like either a half or a full?
So I've done a half, and I did that Baton Death March, which was a rucking marathon through White Sands, New Mexico. 50 pounds, full gear. I did that with 9 of my guys when I was the 130 guy.
Yeah, how was it?
It was the hardest, most rewarding thing I've ever done. Like it was.
I was gonna ask you, like, what do you think about just straight marathon, not wearing anything, just a 26-miler marathon? You think you'd be better? You'd probably be well suited for that, or?
So I've never in my life that I can remember like been physically stopped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so there was a lot of challenges I try to do every once in a while. Usually I try to challenge myself every 3 or 4 months, just put it on the calendar so that way you have something to look forward to. And for me, I'm very goal driven. So I need to know what that 4 months looks like. So that's why like the Go Rucks are coming up.
Gotcha.
And that I had the Spartan race kind of set there just to keep me on pace. So yeah, I think it would just take probably stop lifting the weights as much because I'd have to cut a lot of weight from my quads and stuff just because they get hungry.
For it, yeah.
They get hungry. So
yeah, because I've been thinking about it, been kicking the idea around. It's like, dude, I want to try a marathon, man. I want to do it. I'm trying to get Andy to do it with me, but he's like, never. See, he's like, fuck that. It'd be awesome.
Even a half, or you start in little bits that you can.
No, I just want to go like I don't want to do a half. I just want to like just.
I want to do an ultra, but
I just want to go straight marathon, dude,
just go
and just see if I can do it.
Who doesn't want to be a centurion?
Like that dude Cameron Haynes.
Yeah.
You know who he is?
Yep. Cam Haynes is a beast, dude. He does a marathon every day, and I'm over here thinking, I want to do a marathon one day. We need to do it, Kaipo. We'll find a marathon and we'll run one.
The one that really impresses me is Courtney DeWalter.
Yeah,
that show. You know who that is?
She did that.
Dude,
the Moab 240.
So she come in first place, and she was 12 hours ahead of second place.
Man. She smoked everyone, dude.
She got 1 5-minute nap and 1 1-minute nap. She said that 1 minute nap was the best sleep she ever had in her life.
Oh, I bet.
And Joe Rogan's like, so like, you know, what do you like when you're training? What do you eat? Like, what's your diet like? She's like, candy, beer, nachos. Really like nachos. And he's like, really? Like, he's expecting, like a real complex thing. She's like, she loves candy, dude.
Yeah, the second place person came in, I think it was 10 or 12 hours after her.
Damn.
It's insane, dude.
Yeah. You'd be surprised, man. You don't know what you can do until you've been pushed to that.
I mean, she ran a race before that, and I can't remember what they called it, but like, I guess when people exert themselves like that so much, she went blind. And she could only see down, like from the bottom of her eyes, to see the ground. And she tripped and she fell and hit her head on a rock, split her head open, was bleeding, got up, finished the race. And they were like, "What's wrong with you?" And she's like, "I can't see."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Why didn't you stop?" And like it corrected itself in like 4 hours. But
yeah, when I was doing that baton death march, I had to get like 9 of my guys with me. So we're all going. Skinner was there.
Yeah.
He drove in to go with us.
That's cool.
So the LT went. Captain now. But he came and there was at mile 16, I started getting a really bad hamstring cramp. It kind of felt like somebody had shot me in the leg and I kind of fell. And so they're like, "Hey, Sergeant Cowan, you need to go to the tent." So I went to the tent. They're like, "Ooh, yeah, you're severely dehydrated." So I was like, "Cool, man." The guy's like, "Yeah, I'll be right back." And I could see it in his face that he was about to disqualify me. So as the doctor walks away, I grab my stuff and I tell my airman, I was like, "All right, we're leaving now." So we get outside the tent.
Stop pounding water, dude.
Yeah, and I told him, I was like, just every minute or so, just say drink.
Yeah.
Because right now I'm delusional and I was kind of hallucinating.
Holy crap. Dude.
Yeah, because of the altitude and I was really dehydrated at that point. And so yeah, he's like, drink like every minute. So I would take a little sip. And by the end of it, I was kind of back to where I needed to be, like mentally. But
you know what he's probably gonna do? He's probably gonna go and get an IV. They're gonna IV you up, dude.
Yeah, probably. But I was like, no, I didn't come this far to.
How long did that take?
It was like 10 hours.
Dang.
10 hours, yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, it was, like some of my guys were crying at the end of it because we all finished together pretty much. With one guy, he was a little bit ahead of us. We started crying. He's like, "So I don't know why I'm crying." I'm like, "Dude, you just went through hell."
Yeah.
That's what hell feels like. Like, just for that little blurb of time, like, that's what hell feels like. So
she did the 240-mile race in 2 days, 9 hours, and 59 minutes. She was faster than any of the men, and she beat the second place finisher by more than 10 hours.
Jeez.
Beast. Yeah, if you look at her too, you wouldn't even think she was. Yeah. She could do that. Impressive stuff.
That's why I like David Goggins. He's kind of like.
Yeah, dude, Goggins.
That guy's a beast, like another level.
Yeah. So we need to find a marathon, Kaipo, and do one together. Dude.
She runs in basketball shorts, dude. She's a weirdo.
Yeah, I'm down, man.
We got to find one. We like do one. We got a couple other knuckleheads to join us too. Andy can be like our drink guy.
Yeah, I'll he can bring the water can.
You can spray us down with water like a juvenile video.
I run 2 10Ks. That's far enough, man. 5Ks, those are fun.
Yeah, I do those. I get a 5K every day.
But after that, I ain't got nothing to prove to anybody.
Yeah.
Well, no, so that's why you do those things.
I just want to see if it's like one of those things. Like, I want to see if I could do this. Maybe I can do a 26er, and then I'm like, well, I'm going to go 50.
Yeah, how do you know?
Yeah.
How do you know what you can do, man, unless you've been at Hell's Gate, man? I mean, even like with your school stuff. I remember when you were enlisted with us, and you were going to school and pounding all that out, and I was super impressed.
Yeah, I'm doing it all over again.
He's doing it again now.
Really? Man.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get into nursing school. In June, I apply, and I've got all the prerequisites. Like I just made a long story. My dad got out of the hospital. He spent 7 months in the hospital and got out in July. And we were sitting at the house. He goes, "You can go back to school?" And I was like, because I moved in with him. And I was like, well, I'd like to, but I want to make sure, everything's good with you. He goes, look, man, he goes, you need to just do it. He goes, life's always going to happen. So just do it.
Yep.
So I stopped in at Howard College in San Angelo because I live in Ballinger now. And I was like, guys, I want to be a nurse. And they were like, well, you need this and this and this and this. And I was like, okay. I was like, well, what do you got available? And so I work mids. I drive from Abilene to Ballinger. On Mondays and Wednesdays, I shower, change clothes. My first class is 11. My second class is at 3:30, and my third class is at 6.
Yeah.
But I'm tired of working on airplanes. I'm tired of Chris Bush. I'm tired of a lot of but it's not. That's not where I need to be. That 7 months I went. Me and my mom went and visited my dad every day. Spent a lot of time there, and I'm just sitting there seeing what I want to be doing. You know what I mean?
So absolutely.
So I'm doing it again. I'm almost done with this semester. Got all A's in my classes so far, and then so I'm taking microbiology and anatomy physiology too. So I'll have labs with those. So 4 classes next semester, and then I got to get my CNA next semester, and then I'll apply. And if I get accepted, I'll start in August, and I'll quit here and get me some piddly job doing some VAs. I mean, I'm getting paid to go to school right now.
Absolutely, man. That's
I'm not getting the full BAH because I'm not a full-time student, but I mean I'm getting paid like $780 a month to show up. It's not bad.
No, absolutely, man.
So yeah,
I finished my aeronautics degree I think it was in May. Finally graduated after forever. Like I should have been done.
It's kind of funny, man, because when I was going to school to finish the CCAF, the reason why I never did it was I always told myself, well, we ain't got no time on the flight line. We don't have any time. You got plenty of time. You know what I mean?
We bullshit ourselves, man.
You have to be disciplined enough to make the time to do it. And if it's something that you want bad enough, that's where I'm at right now.
Yep.
Like one of my instructors, like, you look really tired, and I was like, yeah, because I work night shift and I do all this travel. I explained what I just told you, and she goes, "Don't die." And I was like, you don't understand. I said, I'm unhappy where I'm at, and this is what I want to do, so I'm going to do whatever it takes.
Yep.
Hell yeah, man. You got to, man. You're ultimately, if it's important, you make time for it. It's that simple.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Yeah, and you got to have that end goal. Like, what does that want? If nursing is what you want to do, then you got to surround yourself with it, right? You got to have like nursing degrees, whatever the pictures are that remind you that that's your end goal.
Well, I do it every day with my dad.
Yeah,
I do. It's kind of funny. He has a wound vac, and he has a pressure ulcer that they're trying to heal, and the doctor was going to some conference. We usually go to his appointments on Friday, so he goes, hey. He's like, can you pack this over? We will hold the back. Can you pack it? And I was like, I just get a big smile on my face. I was like, I've been waiting for you to say that. And he kind of looked at me weird, and I was like, I'm an EMT, and I'm going to school to be a nurse right now. He goes, oh, okay, here's what I want you to do.
Yeah.
And then whenever my dad needs something dealing with that or whatever, I'm doing it. So I'm constantly, and then
you're learning too, dude.
Then like every new nurse that I come in contact with that was in his room, I start picking their brain, how did you become a nurse? Why did you become a nurse? You got any tips?
Are you single?
Do you like little?
Do you like guys with little dicks?
You're absolutely right. You have to, you're back studying for promotion, always kind of made fun of the people who put the stripes up like next to their desk or, I'll tell you what, when I made tech, they did, I had a binder that had my CDCs and the PDG in it. I punched holes in them and I took the binding off and I put tech stripes on that binder and I set it where I would see it every day.
Yeah.
And it forced me to open it up because that was the goal. And I made it that year.
Yep.
I tested 5 times before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you're right, man.
Well, you got
to do that.
What I've learned over the years is you have to like trip over your goals, right? So like with me, like going to the gym every day, it's the same routine, but I put all my stuff in my car. So I remove that excuse in the morning or in the afternoon or whatever time it is that I have my stuff. I always have it with me. So that way you're constantly tripping over your own goals. And not only that, but with your nursing thing, like you found your why, right? So your why, your foundation is your family and what you've seen your dad go through and and what you have passion for. So if you have passion for something like that, you have your why. Like that's the fuel for the gas tank.
Absolutely,
man. So you'll crush it, I'm sure.
Yeah, he is, dude. He's crushing it, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I and then like last Friday we took him to the ER just to get him checked out. He was having some issues, and I'm just sitting in there because that's where I want to be. That's where I found I functioned the best. That's why EMS was so appealing to me. Once I found that I had an interest in medicine, EMS was so appealing because it's fast paced. There's crazy stuff going on, and that's how an ER is. And I'll be honest with you, I still love EMS. Nurse is just it's a better career path. There's more variety of things to do, but you still in the ER setting, you still get that adrenaline dump, you get the crazy stuff. It's fast paced, and I'm sitting there and I'm watching all, and I was like, this is awesome. And then I was like, target rich atmosphere. There's a lot of really fine women. But
I tell Andy, I was like, it's like you're gonna be like on Grey's Anatomy, dude. You be laying pipe all the time.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because you're sitting there like you're so close to what you want, but you can't.
Yeah,
you can't. And so it's a constant. It teases me, So I'm excited. It'll be fun.
Yeah, you're already on the path, man. Hell yeah.
Hey, so how many years you got left in, man?
So I've been in 15 and a half right now. So I test for senior in 2 weeks.
Awesome, brother.
So we'll see. When I made master.
This will be your first time for senior?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I made master, my board score was pretty phenomenal.
Yeah.
I had really good guys in the 130 world that really took care of me, really saw what I was bringing to the fight. Even though I told them day one, look, I don't have any 130 experience, but I can motivate people.
Yeah.
I can make people be successful. So they took that. They let me kind of run with it. I had some really good motivators along the way, and I scored 90 points above my cutoff.
Dang.
My board was me and 2 other crew chiefs had the highest board score out of any crew chiefs.
That's awesome, man.
So like having that piece just like fueled that fire.
Keep going.
But yeah, that's what we'll see, man. If I go the shirt route, I kind of feel like I was talking to my boss the other day about it, and I feel like being a first sergeant is who I am.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like every little bit along the way that's told me like that's what I should be doing, like helping people with all the stuff I've had to go through in my life with, an autistic son, my dad passing away, my brother-in-law ending his life, and then deploying. All that was in a 12-month span, and learning how to deal with that and internalize it and self-reflect, get help when you need it.
Yep.
I feel like that my toolbox is overflowing with tools that I could use to help people.
Oh yeah, man. You've got a lot of experience, man, and that experience will help some airmen that doesn't know what's going on. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I think the key thing that you said there was the fact that you want to give back. You want to give back.
Yeah.
Because it takes a special person, in my opinion, to want to do that. But actually, like sometimes a lot of people don't want to revisit that stuff because it's too painful, or like you said, they've internalized it. They haven't, they haven't dealt with it or whatever. So, with you wanting to share that information, that's huge, man. That's awesome.
Thanks.
That is awesome.
I don't mind sharing any of those stories because if it helps, just again, a cliche as it sounds, if it helps just one person, then
man,
that's all that matters, man. But and we struggle with it now, even with suicide. Like we've all seen it, being a maintainer. So it almost became numb to us for a long time, which is sad in a way, but it's how we dealt with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, especially like when Tommy, like that hit me pretty hard. Like,
oh man.
That was the guy that was the first guy I ever met at Diet Surf Force Base.
Yeah.
He picked me up in his little drop Civic. I was like, how's this redneck driving this Civic? Confused. Yeah, but then, seeing that happen and a couple other guys along the way, it's sad, man. And
it makes you think sometimes too, like, dude, like, was I there for him, or how come I didn't see those signs? It makes you that stuff is all weird, man. When you hear about that and it's someone close to you and they worked with us, it's like, dude, what was I too wrapped up in myself? It just makes you that stuff's weird, man. It is hard to deal with. A lot of people just for me, I don't know, man. I'm one of those guys like I just try to put it out of my mind. And just remember how good that person was. That's how I deal with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because everybody's got their own battles.
Yeah.
Right? So you don't know what he was going through.
Yep.
It could have been insurmountable in his
Yeah.
mind. Maybe not for you, but for him it is. And it's all relative to the person, you know?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. that doesn't matter, man.
Yeah, but
whatever those demons are, doesn't matter.
Yep. And we face that a lot. Today's Air Force is obviously different than when we were in together when I was a young staff in the tech. It's just a different world, man. A lot of these guys, the younger airmen, in my opinion, are way more educated than we ever were, right? So we were a lot
which
more,
is good. I really hope that's what's happening. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So it's some good and bad points to a lot of that stuff. You know, the old school mentality of if a tech sergeant tells you to do it, you do it. You blindly follow their lead because you have trust and faith in their ability to lead you in the right direction.
And sometimes those guys are fucking idiots.
Well, exactly, and that's why I think like with the new Air Force and the way these guys are now, they ask questions and they understand. So when I'm pro-souping, sometimes if I tell them to do something, if I have the time to explain it to them, I will explain it to them.
Yeah.
But if I don't, they can see the look in my face, and I've built that rapport with my guys, and they understand I'm never going to put them in a situation that's going to put them at risk or at harm or anything else. So get it done. When I have time to explain it to you after this plane kicks off and that cargo needs to get where it needs to get to, I'll sit down, man. We'll talk about it. I'll stay afterward. I never won't have time for my guys.
Yeah.
There's always an email you can get back to. There's always.
Do you think too these kids have got a little bit smarter because of the interwebs and just how we can get information so quickly now?
Yep.
You know.
So I think back to back in the day when Lon Jeanette put up that thing where she said, you know, if you go to PT or it was something to do with PT when that new PT regulation came out. And, you know, me being a smart ass young airman, I kept printing it out, kept highlighting it, and kept putting it on her door. I did it for a couple of weeks, and then she finally got really pissed off at me, so I started doing it. But yeah, like I tell a lot of my young staffs and even my young techs, I'm like, man, your worst enemy is a well-informed airman. I was like, because as soon as you tell them that you can't do that, or it says that you can't do that, and they have the regulation on their phone showing you that you can, man, there goes your trust. Now you don't have that ability to lead them anymore because they lost faith in your ability to give them the right information.
So you got to do a balancing act, man, and just be a little bit more savvy in how you lead.
Absolutely.
You know? Well, I think a lot of people don't understand, you know, like when you get to that level, you have all this knowledge. You've been in the Air Force. You've got the experience. You know the job. You know you're that subject matter expert, but we don't know everything.
No, we don't.
You know what I mean? We don't know everything, but you don't want to be wrong either, you know? And so, you know, where I learned this is it's okay to not know the answer to the question. When you're teaching a class at the DET, it's okay, but you better come back with an answer. You know, go do the research and get the answer. And so it's okay to tell your truth. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
But when we get done here, we'll go find out. We'll go find out.
Yeah.
Or go look it up. Let me know what you find, you know.
Yeah. Or get out of class and don't you ever embarrass me again. Just kidding.
Yeah.
You think the instructor gig helped you a lot too, man?
I'll tell you what it did for me. I worked with obviously some great dudes who gave me awesome advice through the years. And then not only that, but what I tell my guys now is like every 4 weeks, I had a new chance to hone my craft.
Yeah.
So every 4 weeks, I had a new chance to try a different technique. All right, I'm going to be more of a dickhead this time. Let me see if that works. Okay, that didn't do what I needed to do. Let me be too nice.
Yeah.
You know, and every class was a little bit different. I had a lot of dudes along the way that were awesome, and I have some that maybe weren't so awesome. But I felt like they all learned something from my classes. But yeah, just really, I was able to just really hone that craft. So when I walked into any other unit, like when I went to the 130s, I don't know anything about this plane, but I can lead these dudes all day long.
Yep.
And yeah, it just gives you that skill set to be able to just talk in front of people where a lot of people don't have that.
No, man.
You know, it's kind of surprising. You know, people get nervous, but I told my boss, I was like, give me 2 minutes. I'll teach you an hour-long lesson on something. Just give me some slideshows.
Yeah, I know for sure whenever because I didn't want to be an instructor, but when I did that, and then I just noticed, I was like, dude, this is actually good for me, man. And it's helping me out. It's helping me be able to communicate with people. It's helping me read people, you know? So I was like, I started digging it probably 6 months into it because I really didn't want to be an instructor, man. A lot of my career was like, I don't want to do it. My whole Air Force career was like that, dude. I didn't want to go in the Air Force, but I did it, and then I ended up liking it. It made me a better person. So I'm one of those people, dude. I'm like, I won't like it, but then once I start doing it, I'll find something good about it, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, plus I always just followed your path, right?
Don't copy me. Be better than me.
Hey, Johnny went to QA. I guess I'll be in QA in like a year. Johnny's instructor. I'll be there in like a year.
Well, no, dude. Sometimes I see, like when I was out there working, man, I see people that like I'm like, dude, they'd be good at this.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not. I think this person would be better than me at this. And that's what I try to do, man. Like, there's been a couple times I've done that, like for Dave Madrano. I was like, dude, he'd be awesome in QA. And he went up over there. Same thing for you, man. I was like, dude, he'd be an awesome instructor. I was like, well, come over here, Kaipo. You know, I don't know. That's just how I saw a lot of people, man. Andy, you'll be good. You'll be my good ACC. You know, I don't know. I'm kidding. He was great, dude. But no, that's how I see it. Like sometimes I'll see people. I'm like, yeah,
still trying to find a good co-host for a podcast.
They'll be good at this job.
So bring them up.
Bring them on.
Still looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. While you're at, go ahead and plug my new podcast.
Called Andy and the Traeger.
Yeah, Andy and the Traeger, dude.
My co-host Casey Jones.
Oh yeah, you and Casey got your own podcast, huh? That's awesome.
Casey's like his buddy, like they grew up.
My high school buddy. Yeah. I don't know if you ever met him, Casey.
So. He's cool, man.
He's a good guy, man. We've had him on the podcast.
It's funny. Him and Johnny come out to my fire department fundraiser, and he had this big like bladder tank that he had acquired a couple of them, and from when he was in, and he's like, could you use it? And I said, yeah. Absolutely, we'll find some use for it. Anything that holds water and there's a fire, it's helpful.
Camelback.
Push on my back. Push on my back.
So he texted me. He was like, I was on vacation. I was like, but I'll be at Johnny's house Friday night. He's like, all right, man. So he texts Johnny and he's like, hey man, I'm on my way. I got something to give Andy.
Ma. Give Andy something, dude? I mean, you were supposed to be best friends. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, him and Andy,
not teasing.
They're gonna have their own podcast. It's gonna fail big time if they do.
That's awesome.
Yeah, leadership is something that I really kind of started to get into a lot, and it's because of Jocko, because of his books. In fact, man, I wish I would have. I wish I would have had that, you know.
You have his books, Kaipo?
No, I just listened to his podcast.
Dude, get his books, man.
Yeah.
They're freaking awesome, man.
I'm telling you, and get. I don't know if you like to read or not. I'm not a big reader. Get the audio books. So just because him and Leif Babin narrate them.
Oh, okay.
They read them to you.
It's like Jocko reading you a bedtime story.
It's insane, man.
But it's common sense leadership too, and the way his spin on it, you're just like, dude. They're so right. Why in the hell didn't I do that? You know?
Yeah. I know his
why
TED
didn't
talk
I think this way? Yeah, his TED talk.
Something
really
I always
good.
try to tell my guys to like take ownership and. If you jack it up, say you jack it up and press on pride, but don't blame your guys or don't. People tend to, especially nowadays, blame other people for why they're not successful.
Yeah.
Which
own it.
Yeah.
And the big thing too, he preaches too, and it's true. Discipline, man. If you have discipline, man, you're just gonna succeed. You're gonna succeed. There's no other way about it. So yeah, Jocko, Goggins, wish I discovered him too while I was in, dude. Yeah. But you know what I was thinking? I was like, especially with Goggins, he was probably still serving.
He was.
Yeah. I think like when he came, but dude, that guy was in 3 different branches of the military.
Yeah.
What a beast.
Yeah. I like his story when he talks about how he ran that 100-miler to get into the 100-miler, and as soon as he sat down, he just like shit himself, and like his whole body just shut down on him.
What is he? He's like crackers and water is what he had, dude. Yeah, he's inspirational. Good stuff. But yeah, man, if you don't got any of Jocko's books, man, get them, Kaipo. Yeah. They're good, man. They're good stuff, and they'll help you too. So, like you said, man, you've got like, I don't know, you probably have like maybe 5-7 more years left in you in the military. I don't know what you want to do. If you want to go to 20 and punch like I did, or go a little bit further. Especially, I think if you make senior, man, keep going. Just make chief.
Yeah,
you might as well.
Yeah, do it.
Yep. Yeah. Make chief and be a chief.
Oh yeah, right? I mean, yeah, you guys know me.
Yeah. I have no doubt you would be.
Yeah, it's definitely something it's in my wheelhouse of things I would love to do. Again, finishing the college degree for me as a high school dropout was something I thought I never would achieve. And my wife actually had to slow me down one day when I was like, all right, so I'm going to start signing up for my master's degree. And all. She's like, why don't you just take a minute? Like, you just busted your ass for this. Like, you didn't sleep. You did all these things. And I was like, man, you're right. Like, I never even like took a minute to just realize like where my life could have been had I just kept going down the path I was.
Yeah, sometimes too, man, it's okay to take a little break and just kind of step back and see like, dude,
enjoy it,
I did this.
Yeah.
Relish in the moment, man. Yeah.
I think if there's just too much go, it just you lose it. I think part of the whole thing of making yourself better is the experience.
Oh,
and
yeah.
just kind of every once in a while you got to step back and take a look and see, yeah, man, I did that. Or, you know, look at and see what it did for you. But yeah. She's right, Kaipo. Slow down.
Yeah,
right.
That's right. Well, in Hawaii, it makes it a little bit easier. Everything's Hawaiian time, so everybody's late.
Hawaiian time. Here in Texas, that's just Mexican time.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Where'd you get this?
I think it just came in the mail. You want it? You can have it.
No, I don't.
I'll go to that place. I don't even know why it's up there. What is it, Logan's?
Yeah.
Place sucks. I think I've been there once.
Dude, I was gonna plug him as a sponsor.
Go for it. Logan's, you guys suck. I'll plug
Go to the
them.
Beehive.
Yeah.
But we'll take your money.
They're like a bootleg Roadhouse, dude.
They even got cinnamon butter. I mean, come on.
Yeah. I haven't been to the Roadhouse forever, especially since we had Jaden, since he's got that peanut allergy. It'll kill him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because you go in there, dude, there's like peanut shells
You
everywhere.
have to carry them in.
Yep.
Yeah, I went to a Roadhouse. I went to Alaska in May. So I went to Korea in February for a class for a week, and then came back a couple weeks later. Went to Alaska to I helped the IG out. We did like an inspection on some guys in Alaska. And man, Alaska, if you've never been there, it's insane.
Wow.
Like, it's just so vast.
Did you get bit by those monstrous mosquitoes out there? I've heard the mosquitoes there
Yeah,
are
they're
horrible.
huge. They're huge, and they, like the first briefing when we get there is like, hey, just so you know, everything will kill you here.
They're like, hummingbirds. That's a
yeah.
mosquito! It's a hummingbird!
Yeah, it was awesome, man. But that's the last time I ate Texas Roadhouse because we don't have a Texas Roadhouse in Hawaii. But
Well, you know what? Though, some like you said, like Chick-fil-A. I started thinking about Chick-fil-A, Roadhouse. You don't want to eat that shit when you're on the island.
Hell no.
You
man.
want to eat island
luau every day.
Fish.
Man.
yeah, my wife makes some bomb Kahlua pork.
Yeah, just have all the good food out there you can eat when you're in a
I
tropical
want that
island.
pig with the fucking apple
Yes,
in
dude.
his mouth, dude.
A lechon, son.
Yep.
Yeah,
Kahlua pork. I eat poke like every other day. Some fresh poke.
jelly, dude.
So good. Acai bowls like every day.
Take a hop to go out there.
Shit, man.
Visit.
There was one from Dias a couple of weeks back. So Vanessa's like, oh, maybe I'll just get on that and take the kids. I'm like, okay. It was a 130 though. I was like, ooh. That's not going to be fun. Yeah, we get hops all the time through there. So if you live there, man, that's the place to get the hops. Because they go everywhere. Like to the Philippines. They go to Guam, Australia.
Where are they going to
New
in the Philippines? They're going to Subic?
So we've had a couple of guys go through there for the POW MIA stuff too. Kind of stopping there before they kind of press on.
Are they going to Clark?
I don't know where they actually go to. A lot of it is just like when planes are broke.
Yeah.
So we're like the MRT hub. So when there's a plane that's broke, C-17 or C-5, we MRT out of there.
Okay.
Our guys go there. We go to Australia a lot.
They're supposed to be opening Clark back up, I thought.
I thought they were too, man.
Yeah.
I thought they were too. But then I saw that they were actually going to try and turn Angeles City into like, they want to turn it, it almost looks like Dubai.
Yeah.
You know, I was looking at some stuff on the interwebs about, I was like, dude, what are they going to do to Angeles City? And Angeles City is like where Clark Air Force Base is at. So, but I don't know if they're going to open it back up or not. That's why I was asking, like, where are you guys going? I wonder if you guys are going to, because Subic Bay has, I don't know if they had like a little airfield or not.
Yeah.
I just remember going down there because like at Subic, they had like a skate park. And then like, that's where I like tried to surf, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't ever remember airplanes landing there like I do at Clark when I was stationed there. So I don't know where they were going.
Yeah.
Find out, dude. Like what is the place
Dude,
where they're going at?
If they're going to open Clark back up,
that'd be awesome.
Dude, we should go there.
You could live like a king out there, dude.
That we could start some businesses.
Yep. Like what kind of business?
Any. Use your imagination.
You could have like a ladyboy business.
Dudes, girls. Dudes that look like girls.
Johnny and Andy's ladyboy services. I wouldn't be dressing up as a ladyboy. You wouldn't. We just have ladyboys. Like you can pick from. I always want to mess with Washburn and ask him that. Dude, like, how many ladyboys did you sleep with when you were in the Philippines?
A couple 130 guys I knew knew him.
Oh, really?
Knew Washburn.
Yeah.
Yep.
I enjoy working for that guy. Yeah, I like Washburn.
Somebody asked me, like, did you know Washburn? I'm like, the coach?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw him grab a rattlesnake off the flight line one day.
And he still does that, man. He still plays with them damn snakes, dude.
Crazy, man. That dude was awesome.
I made him mad on Friday. So Danielle sent a text out to everybody on mid-shift because, well, I guess when Friday was Wednesday. Anyways, it was see who wanted to go to Denny's or IHOP
He's
or
always
whatever.
pissing him off, man.
So she sent it to everybody on the ship, and he's our driver on mids. And so I just replied, "Is dickhead gonna let us go that long?"
Yeah, he's
All well knowing he's in the
he's in the text message. I was like, dude.
He got mad.
I saw it. I was like,
He replied back, "I don't care where the fuck you go, just as long as you're back by 5." I was like, "Oh, what's struck a nerve?" People are texting me, "He's in the thread, dumbass."
Yeah.
I'm like, duh.
Yeah, because Juan, he had me on headset. We were doing something. We were doing GRTs or something. We were doing PCA ops checks, and he's like, "Hey, does Andy know that he's in?" I was like, "Yeah, he does, dude. He's doing that to piss him off."
That's funny.
That's probably the best part about this contractor gig, man. Is it's like 15 years ago.
Yeah, it's like you walk back in time.
Yeah,
and you're
it
working
is.
with everybody.
Like
again.
those people have not changed one bit.
Bruno's still there too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See that ugly monster every morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's funny, dude. He cracks me up.
Or like I was standing in the debt, and Chris is like, you and Robert," because me and Robert were, he's like, "Yeah, look, man, when you go over there to civilian world, you can't be talking like that, man." And I was like, so the first morning, it's not even 7 o'clock yet, and we're just all sitting around, and Bruno and Chris are out there going back and forth, and butt sex already before 7 o'clock. Here we go.
Yeah, when Robert was Robert was with the KC-10s while I was there. So I was Robert's boss while I was there. And I wrote Robert a decoration. We're both tech persons. But because I was the flight chief for the KC-10 guys, I wrote him a decoration. Pretty funny.
That is weird, right? Weird.
Yeah, him, Stoshak came through.
Stoshak.
Paul Stoshak.
There's a couple other KC-10 guys. You remember Napolitano?
Yep.
So
That
he's
name
stationed with me
sounds
now. He's a hydro guy for us. He was the one that went to be a TI.
Maybe that's what. Yeah. I
Yeah,
can't
Nappy.
picture the face, but the name sounds very familiar.
Nappy. He's a hydro dude.
Okay.
Yep, he was
Who was questionable.
He was the one, remember, I don't know if you guys remember the story, but I tell everybody at work about it. He was drunk one night, and he had his dog, like, with him, and then that stupid dog commercial came on with, what's her name? Sarah McLachlan.
Oh, yeah.
And then he donated $400 because he was drunk.
Oh, my gosh.
Sarah McLachlan got him.
Yeah.
Sarah McLachlan got him.
What's that
The Arm
song
of the
that they?
Angel.
Yeah, in the arms.
It just
That was the
like the angel's wings open, his wallet.
Yeah.
He paid her.
That dude.
Yeah. So we still shoot the shit about some B1 stories, for sure. It's a different breed.
I
Yeah,
work
it is.
with Mark Smith exclusively on mids because we take care of the Cambird, and he brought up a name not too long ago, Boxburger. You remember him?
Yeah, I've seen many parts of him. I don't ever want to see him again.
When he shit in a hot dog bun and put it on
What?
Dolph's desk.
Yeah,
Ugh,
in a little boat.
God.
You had to be careful around that dude, man.
Yeah, forgot about that dude.
I'm glad I never met this guy.
You never know?
I don't think
you were
so.
nine.
I don't think I
Oh,
met
you
that
were. I
guy.
think you were deployed then. It was like right when
Yeah,
I
he was.
got
He was in the 13.
Oof. That's
Some
gross.
Interesting people.
I don't know. Whenever some people are messing with poo, I'm all, I'm out. I don't want to even mess around with it. It's not cool. I'm out. Some people take it to another level, man.
Yeah, man. Hydro guys usually.
Yeah, dude. I don't want to drop the guy's name, but there was a hydro guy that in the 9th, he hated the guy that worked in the tool crib, right? He hated that guy so bad. Like, he knew he was getting, when the hydro guy was getting out, he's like, you know what? He went and just took a shit in the restroom, like in the center of the restroom, not in the toilet. Just like you walk in, and you just shit on the floor, dude. He hated that guy so much, dude. I'm like, yeah, it's
probably
usually
Krebs if I had to.
it's usually hydro guys that are crazy. Like hydro guys like to play with shit.
Yeah. Well, the same Hydro guys too. One of their poor troops. Again, I'm not gonna throw names. He had a brand new set of David Clark's, right? I remember he walked in there just beaming, like, "Oh my god, like I've made it, boys!" And then one of those old honorary tech sergeants grabbed the headset and cut the cord right off of it. Yep. And then they grabbed his sleeves and ripped his sleeves off his coveralls. I was like, man, I'm glad you guys are my friends.
Yeah, that was a dick move, dude. It can be repaired.
Yeah. Poor guys.
He's gonna learn how to solder real quick.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, man.
Can't do that stuff anymore, man.
No,
you'll hurt somebody's
yeah.
feelings.
There's a lot more feelings.
Right? How is that now, dude? You gotta like walk on the eggshells, dude.
You really don't have to do that. Like I said, I think it's a good balance right now.
Yeah.
Where a lot of guys will come talk to you. So, you know, a young airman, senior airman who's having issues will actually come up to like me as a math sergeant and, hey, I need some help or whatever.
Yeah.
Where before that relationship never would have happened.
No, you didn't. Man, if you're going with first sergeant.
Yeah, like you're in trouble or you did something or this guy's a loon or whatever the case may be. So
or you didn't, you know, your situation could maybe get you in trouble. So you try to figure it out, you know.
Yeah.
Or at least that's how it felt at the time.
So one good thing I say now is like mental health is like going back to the suicide thing we were talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
The mental health thing is just talked about way more openly than it ever was before. So I think that's good. They've kind of like decriminalized it, you know.
Oh yeah, don't be so ashamed of it, you know.
Yeah, like if you got issues, man, everybody's got issues. Everybody has their issues,
like,
man. It's okay to go and talk to somebody other than the guys you work with. That's not a big deal, man. If it helps you, the more the merrier, man. I'd rather you be in sound mind when you're touching an aircraft rather than worrying about something that you can't control right now. So yeah, I think it's good. It's good and bad, you know. You just gotta find that happy medium. You can't be super old school on these guys anymore.
No, those days are over, dude.
Which did you really benefit from it?
No, not at all. No, I always tell a story about who was it? Elvington. I shut the door too hard on the truck, and he made me run around this truck for like 10 minutes. I was like, I don't know why I'm running around this truck right now.
But you did it.
But I did it, right? That's what I'm saying. You just followed blindly, which these guys don't really do that anymore.
Yep.
But that's good. That's not a bad thing. It's okay to ask questions. Sometimes you just got to know when, you know, hey, you just need to wait a little bit to figure this out first, and then I'll help you out. But yeah, I think it's good. I think the Air Force is changing for the better. You know, there's some things maybe I don't agree with, but I think as an overarching majority, I think it's getting better, and we got better uniforms now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how are those, man? Comfy?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
You actually feel like you're in the military now. Like OCP,
and your pockets aren't like this. Your pockets aren't like this. Let me get like this. You can get them out of like an angle.
Pens though.
Yeah,
I mean, they don't have the
down here. The little zipper, throw them in there. Plus, you can wear your patches again. So like, you got your AMC patch, like for us, or squadron patches.
Nice.
Because we're the Raiders of the Pacific. Is what our kind of motto is for the 735th.
So you're pirates.
I'm a pirate.
Let me ask you a question.
I was about to go ahead. You go ahead. No, go ahead.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead, dude.
Take it back to an old crew chief truck game. Would you rather?
Oh, God.
No, that's not bad. Would you rather be a pirate or a Viking in their respective times? There's no trick. There's no would you rather be a pirate or a Viking?
A Viking.
God damn. Really? You said Viking, dude? You know what I said? Pirate, son. I don't know why. I don't want to be a pirate. I don't know why.
So I brought this up at work, right? And everybody's like, Vikings. You know, pirates were homos. And I was like, whoa, hold on. Hear me out. Pirates, you're in the Caribbean, you know, you're raping and pillaging islands. You're in the islands, warm weather. Vikings, cold. Pirates, warm.
Yeah.
And Danielle gets on Google and she's like, yep, pirates were gay.
I bet you Vikings were gay too. If they really looked into it, I bet you there were some gay Vikings. Man. You know that? I bet you there was, dude. I think both of them were they both had some guys.
So what started out as a simple question, Ron Smith completely turned it around and made it gay.
I don't think Vikings, they just have more of that, like the Norse mythology behind it. I think it's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Like that whole part of it.
You know, I guess Jack Sparrow was kind of a Fruit Loop.
He kind of was.
He did
I don't know,
wear
but to
eyeliner.
me, pirates seem like they're more free-spirited, man.
Yeah.
And they can just kind of do what they want.
I mean, they took over that the Mariscal, Alabama or whatever. That was pretty. It ended poorly for them, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the history behind the Raiders, do you think they were pirates?
I don't know.
Gotta look it up, dude. You gotta look that up, son.
Yeah, the Raiders of the Pacific.
Raiders of the Pacific.
So it kind of reminds me of like the 13th Squadron, like how we had Oscar and stuff. Like, so they have a pretty cool patch.
When you came in, did you go like straight into 13th or were you 28th?
Straight into 13th.
So you were never a 28th homo. I mean, a 28th.
Not until they got rid of the 13th.
Okay.
Because then the B2s took over.
Yeah.
The 13th Bomb Squadron.
Yep.
Dude, it's so funny. People talk, oh, yeah, Chris Bush. Listen, man, when I was back then, no.
Listen, man.
You weren't in the real 9th.
You weren't in the real 9th.
Yeah, he was a 28th guy, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, deployed was in the 9th, but yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Or Betts will say something stupid. Me and Johnny's like, 28th.
Betts, be quiet. I love messing with that guy. Andy loves messing with him a little bit harder than I do because I don't really mess with him that hard, but I just tease him every once in a while.
You know what? I say him a happy Thanksgiving.
Did you?
Message, yes.
That is so weird, man. It's
didn't
weird how
even-
people become loving during the holidays,
didn't
but then
even-
like the 364 days out of the year, it's just hardcore like ragging on each other, dude.
No, I just tell everybody at work, like, all right, this is my year. I'm gonna try to be a better person. And then like somebody says something, and I can't hold it back, man.
Well,
That truck got me, man.
one of my favorite things to think about of us being just probably over the line was when Joe Beach got his testicle removed, and then we filled his desk with walnuts.
Then we like took it down to like one nut
Yeah.
because he was a eunuch.
Yeah, that was like, all right, that was probably the line, maybe at that time. Yeah.
Every time I'd walk by his truck, it was always dirty, so I'd draw taco balls on it. And I did like 22 one day on his truck. And then I come out, and my shoes were tied around my rearview mirror, my steering wheel.
Because he climbed in through the back window, I think. Yeah, I remember that.
And he's like, and he was mad. He's
No,
like,
he
"Next
was
time
real
you do
mad.
that, I'm taking your truck apart in the parking lot."
Yeah, he had everything. Like he had the doors latched together with your shoelaces from your shoe tied to the steering wheel, so he couldn't even open the door.
That's just love, dude.
And I saw him like one day. I sat there, he was gone, and he had a notepad or like a post-it notepad, but it was from an insurance agent or something. And every page, dude, I drew on every page. And then I drew one in the dust on his computer monitor. And right before he come back, I shook the mouse, And then at the end of the day, he logged off. And his computer black. He looked over, and there it is.
Gus dick on there
like,
on the screen.
really?
Dude, there's some fun times at the detachment, man. Good times messing with each other.
Oh yeah, I just miss like Fridays too, where we'd do like a potluck.
Yeah.
That was awesome, man.
Yep.
All the food and everything. That was just, to me, I tell a lot of my guys, like, if you're gonna do anything in your career, man, be an instructor.
It was a highlight of my
Best,
career.
man. So
Mine
much
too.
fun. Good
Mine too.
schedule.
Yep.
You get to still touch B1s, but like on your own time.
It gave you a lot of time too, like you said, to good schedule, but it gave you time to get that family time in, which you're lucky to get if you're when you're in the military, or it depends what branches or what duty you do while you're in, or even what branch of service. But if anything in your career where you can spend quality time with your family, I think do it. Go for it.
Well, I mean, Corbin was diagnosed with autism while I was there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no way on the flight line I could have dealt with that.
Yeah.
It just wasn't the same. But yeah, then our old boss, he was one of my favorite bosses I've ever had in my life. So.
Maury Wilson, pound for pound, probably the best supervisor I've ever had.
Yeah.
I love Maury, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll get old W on the podcast.
Yeah, he was just phenomenal, man.
Yeah, good guy, man.
Yeah.
Well, they killed him off, didn't they? And
No,
you
need to start watching the show. I'm not going to tell you.
This is so weird. Sometimes I see him in the morning driving to work.
I know,
and I'm
right?
like, how are you filming
Walking
Dead and working on this?
I don't know. I don't want spoiler. I got to do spoiler alert in case somebody hasn't seen it yet. He's not dead, dude. Spoiler alert, he's not dead. He isn't. They actually, man, it's pretty cool what they did. I don't know. Do you still watch The Walking Dead?
I haven't watched it in a while.
They're gonna have AMC is gonna have 3 movies with him in it.
Really?
About The Walking Dead. So like he is off the show, The Walking Dead, that comes on every Sunday. You won't see him back there again. The only times you're gonna see him is these 3 movies where you're gonna see what Rick was up to. It's pretty cool. It's like, dude, I love the way they did it. It actually revitalized the show because last season, dude, I was all, this is sucking, dude. It was bad.
I haven't watched it since.
Yeah. And then when they did that, dude, I'm like, holy crap. They just the show got revitalized. Even though he's not in the show now, I'm watching it again.
Yeah.
Because I want to see the build up to where they see him again.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
Nice.
Well, we went way too in depth on that.
Just kind of went from, and that's what happens, dude. That's what happens. So you know what? Since we're talking about shows, you watching any shows, Kaipo? You got anything you watching, man?
Not really, man. I watched Dark Mirror.
Dark Mirror.
It's on Netflix. It's about like technology.
Oh yes, dude. I have.
That
You
show
know,
is jacked up, but it's
I want to.
awesome.
There's some good flicks on. There's some good flicks on Netflix, right? I like watching a lot of docs on there, man.
Yeah.
There's some good ones. I told Andy about a bunch of them, man.
Man, there's some crazy. This world that we live in.
Yeah.
Is insane.
Yeah.
Me and Kinley went to go watch
I saw it on your post.
Overkill. Was it over? What's it called?
Overlord.
Overlord.
Yeah, I saw that.
Man, that was a good movie.
Yeah.
That was a really good movie. Like at first you're thinking it's hardcore, like Saving Private Ryan, World War II, and then it just takes a weird turn, dude. Where like they're fighting these Nazis that are jacked up on some zombie juice. But just the whole way it's filmed, just like, dude, this movie, it was like, I didn't know what to do. Like I looked at Kinley. Kinley's like, I was crying and then now I'm scared. She was crying because like, you know, like in Private Ryan when like those young kids are getting killed, man, like give this letter to my mom, you know, stuff like that. That Kinley was like, I can't take this because it was like, it was doing stuff like that.
Yeah. And
then all of a sudden it turned into a horror movie. So it was a great movie, man. I love that. I love it. It was good. So if you get the opportunity, watch it, man.
Yeah. We just watched Wreck-It Ralph 2.
How was it?
It's not as good as the first one. It's still really fun.
Yeah. That's usually how
Wreck-It Ralph 1 is just
that
hilarious.
One was great, dude.
Great kid flick. Nostalgic.
Yeah. Like I heard they're redoing Shrek.
Yeah.
Like redoing it.
Really?
But I think the same actors are going to be in it. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah. They're going to completely reboot it.
The donkey is the best.
Who was it? Eddie Murphy, right? Yeah.
I just think of like remakes, man. Like to me, like remakes should have ended when they remade Point Break. I was explaining to some of my young guys the other day.
I didn't watch it because
I watched 10 minutes of it. And as soon as he said, like, oh, I know the problem, sir. These guys are extreme athletes. I was like, I just can't.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I can't watch
it. Serious.
I can't watch it, dude. There's only one Point Break, dude.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
That was when Gary Busey wasn't weird.
Yeah.
I think he was like getting there.
Oh, yeah, he was there.
But you know why he is the way he is? Because he wrecked a motorcycle and cracked his head on the curb, like had a severe skull fracture.
What is that?
CTE.
Like or was it traumatic brain injury too? Yeah.
That's
TBI. Probably why he is a little jacked up.
And he may have done
probably did a lot of coke too, man.
Yeah, there could be
a little bit of coke will mess you up as
I
well.
try to look for the best in people.
It's like that thing we were watching with De La Hoya when he's trying to promote the Tito and Chuck Liddell fight. De La Hoya is on coke, dude.
He's up there. He's all.
Yeah, he's like, man, it's cold in here. And then his promotion, like, you could count like 20 verbal distractors.
He's like, he goes, there's like 18 fights on the card. I don't know my memory. I don't know who they all are, but they're all here.
They're right here. These fighters.
They're all right here.
He's promoting it so shitty, dude. I was like, oh, this is bad, dude. Yeah, and it's gonna be on pay-per-view. I ain't gonna pay for that. I'll watch it another way.
Oh yeah.
I ain't gonna pay for it.
Hashtag Reddit.
Yeah. Pay for that. I like that first row sports, son.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I think he's done a lot of coke, dude. Oscar's lost it.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been to a couple of fights in Hawaii because there's a lot of local MMA fights. Obviously, Hawaii is big into fighting. So.
Did you ever run into Max Holloway out there? You see him?
I did. Yeah. So we were at a fight and he was there. He was there with his kids. I saw him. I've seen The Rock.
Yeah.
The Rock was there for that Rock the Troops thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
he's small, huh? He's not as big as us.
He's about as big as me, maybe.
He's a freaking
camera
beast.
angles.
Yeah.
That's a motivating dude too, man.
Yep.
Yeah, to see where he came from too, and kind of what he's done.
Did you see his video the other day of him squatting, man?
Yeah.
I was like, jeez.
Yeah.
His legs, dude. Like, what are those, dude? It reminded me of those turkey legs you get at the carnival of a fair, dude. You know how they're all big and like you're like, what? Yeah, his leg was gigantic, dude. But who else? BJ? You running the BJ Penn? You ever see him out there?
I mean, he's got two. I think there's 2 UFC gyms, BJ Penn UFC gyms there on Oahu, but he lives on Hilo, so not the same island. But
that's like your idol, right? Isn't that the dude that you would run around with the flag?
Yeah. Yeah.
I got scared. Like he was supposed to fight not too long ago again. I was like, don't do it.
Well,
dude.
he fought like a year ago and just
don't do it. Yeah, against Rodriguez.
No, he fought somebody else. Who was it? The kickboxer.
He fought. It was Rodriguez that was the last person he fought, man, and just starched him.
Yeah.
It's like, stop, BJ.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the level of athletes now in that sport is evolved so much, man.
Oh yeah, everybody's
so much.
Everyone, a specialist for everything.
Yeah, everyone knows jiu-jitsu. Everyone knows kickboxing.
Yeah.
And if they don't, they're screwed. And like everybody's like a wrestler too. You have to wrestle in that sport, dude.
Yeah.
You have to be a wrestler.
Everything's so dialed in now, man. These guys are just way more explosive than they were back then.
Have you been following it? Been watching the UFC? I'm excited for that Holloway fight.
I just want him to be healthy, man.
I think Brian Ortega is going to win, though. That's me.
Yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, they're both. I mean, Ortega, I think, is more unorthodox. But Max Holloway is. That dude has, I think, probably the biggest heart, like now when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Yep.
He's got like, you know, how Hawaii is, man. Like he's got the whole state on his back, basically. Like when he came through after he won the belt, so we were down in by where he lives, and we're driving out, and he's coming in like a caravan, and this whole parking lot is just full of Hawaiian people, just like chanting his name, and we got.
I've always wondered too between him and like BJ Penn, like who's the bigger Hawaiian celebrity fighter?
I don't know. I would say right now Max Holloway.
Max Holloway because he's the current. Yeah.
But BJ Penn, he was going to run for governor. Like,
really?
Yeah. I don't know if he was joking or not.
Yeah.
He'd probably win.
He probably would. That I'd vote for him, dude.
Yeah.
That volcano and all that stuff, that was nowhere near you, huh?
No, man. But I'll tell you one thing that. So, you guys probably heard about like the ICBM missile scare, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dude. So I'm at work. I was at work when this was happening, right? Vanessa's at home with the kids. I'm at work. I don't have any signal because it's an old hangar. Like it's an old hangar from the war. It still has bullet holes like in the window.
Blocking your signal.
Yeah. So I'm just sitting in my back office doing my stuff. My buddy's pro souping. And we got all our guys there, right? It's Saturday. I think it's Saturday. And so this airman comes running down the hallway and he's like, "Is this true? Is this true?" And I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?" He shows me his phone and says, and there's a text that just says, "Inbound intercontinental ballistic missile. This is not a threat. Seek shelter." Or this is not a drill. Seek shelter. And I was just like, "Sure, probably."
Yeah, like what do we do? You play Fallout, right? That's how we're gonna live.
Yeah, man. So I'm telling all my guys that are in the hangar with us that you guys are all coming to my office. They're like, "Well, I need to leave." I'm like,
"What are you doing? Getting under your desk?" Go to
I was
my
like,
desk.
"Hey, everybody hang out." Yeah. And they're just like, "Oh, sir, I need to call. I need to get home." I'm like, "What are you gonna do, man? Like, if it's legitimately coming, we're dead. Like, I'm not trying to be like crass with you guys, but man, we're dead. Like, there's nothing you can do." I call Vanessa. She's in the bathroom with the kids. You know, I'm like, if it's coming here, it's coming to this base.
Yeah.
And we're done. So I was just like, "Man, we'll just sit here, man. There's not a whole lot we can do." And the guy's like, "Can we pray?" I'm like, "Yeah, it probably won't hurt. I mean, pray. Why not?"
Yeah.
Well, I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I think we're good, man." I was like, a couple minutes have gone by because you have roughly, like 14 minutes from when you get that alarm to when.
What'd you see on the phone to your wife, man?
Nothing. And she's like, "We're in the bathroom." I was like, "Okay, love you. I'll get home when I can." Because there's nothing. I'm not going to tell her.
Yeah.
In the moment, like, this is it. But yeah. So it's just interesting to see like how people react, right? Because some people are crying, some people are freaking out. I'm just kind of like, I mean, it is what it is. Like,
yeah.
But I was like, I think we're good. Like, I don't hear the alarms going off. I don't hear any of the aircraft like trying to alert and like take off. And then literally after I said that, I'm like, I mean, we're dead. I don't know. We're dead, dude. We're going to die. So for 42 minutes, me and my guys and pretty much most of Oahu thought we were going to die.
That's crazy. Yeah, I saw that on the news about that. I'm like, what? And it was an accident, right? Or
yeah, so it was literally one dude clicked. So you have a left click and like a right click. Left click is to send the message internally, which is so they're like in a mountain, and they send this message to their guys internally to check their systems. The other side of that is send externally. Well, he hit that twice because you got to hit it twice. So he double clicked that thing, sent it out, and then he probably got a tweet. He's like, "Oh damn, I messed up." But then so for 42 minutes, we all thought legitimately like we were gonna die. Like dudes were picking up manholes, throwing their kids in the sewers.
Oh, wow.
People were trying to like haul ass to the tunnel because there's a pretty big tunnel in Hawaii. They were trying to get their cars in there with their families. Like people are going 100.
You got that one sicko that's probably just out there doing stuff, dude, like just raping, straight pillaging. We're gonna die.
I was gonna say, I was like, there's guaranteed one airman was in the bathroom cranking one out, dude.
Well, we were all like, so. I mean, can you get in trouble if you're just like, I've been cheating on you for like 10 years. I'm sorry. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how many confessions?
Yeah, it's like one of those, like, oh, the plane's going to crash. Slide.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We're like, man, I bet 9 months later there was like a ton of babies, too.
Wow.
But yeah, it was, man, one of those moments in my life where I legitimately was like, this is it, man. I mean, it sucks. But
yeah, that wasn't too long ago, man.
Yeah. It was January 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... Yeah, it's crazy. And then my boss is like, yeah, just you guys are good? I'm like, no, we're not good. He's like, all right, well, you got a C5 out there. We're just going to get it fixed. I'm like, did you not hear what I said? Like,
this guy's over here
we almost died. We thought we were going to die. You want me to go fix airplanes? I'm like, nah, man. Time out. Where's my card? Like, no, we're not working on airplanes right now, man. It was intense. But
wow, dude.
Yeah. And the volcano, it's on a different island. We had 2 hurricanes that skirted the islands.
Do you get any of the fallout from that volcano? Like any of the ash or anything? Or
you'll get some of it. Not really the ash, maybe, but
so it's pretty far away then.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The only island you can see from Oahu is Molokai, which is pretty close. You can see it on a clear day. You can see it. But there's a race. They do like a paddleboard race from Molokai through open water. It's like 24 miles. To Oahu.
Oh, cool, dude.
Yeah, no, if you get a chance to look up some of those races, they are intense. Just dudes like in knee boards, like paddling, full paddle boards, full like canoes, dragon canoes, which are like huge. Canoes.
Yep.
Yeah, just open water.
Dang, that's cool.
Yeah.
Clear water too, man. You can see, right?
Oh yeah, like when we and Corbin went paddleboarding a couple weeks back, like to that island, like big old sea turtle just popped up next to us. When my nephew came and lived with us for a couple months, we were out snorkeling. And we see this turtle, and this turtle's like sea turtle, big sea turtle. And it's like sitting there, it's not moving. And I'm like, I called my nephew. I was like, I think something's wrong with him. Like, and then I looked, I was like, well, he has like cord wrapped around his neck from like a fishing line.
Oh, man.
So I'm like, dude, let's save him. Let's save a sea turtle.
Yeah.
So me and my nephew, we dive down. It's maybe probably 5-6 feet. We dive down. My nephew bites through the line. Luckily, it was like regular fishing line, not like shark line, which is real thick.
It'll free him up.
Yeah, we're like, oh, he's free. And then he just laid there still. I'm like, okay, he's not free.
He's dying.
So we yanked him up and brought him to the surface, and he took like a huge like breath of air.
You turtle CPR.
Yeah. We took him literally to the beach.
Yeah.
Me and my nephew had it on his GoPro. We take it to the beach, and I go and run and get some scissors from a lady. And then for 10 minutes, my nephew's holding this sea turtle, and it's huge. While I'm trying to grab the line, it took me 10 minutes to cut. There's probably 4 different kinds of line around his neck and around his fin.
Dude.
Yeah, so man, I'm just snipping away. He almost bit my finger. Then he slapped me in the face with like his fin. I'm like, stop being a dick, turtle. I'm trying to save you. Yeah, so we cut it all free, and after that, man, we let him free, and he took off. And then like the next day, me and my nephew were talking, and then we went skydiving. And then after skydiving, some tourists had locked themselves out of a car. We unlocked our car for them. I'm like, dude, we're like superheroes, man.
Yeah, you guys are like.
I'm the turtle whisperer. Yeah, man, it was awesome.
Some superhero stuff on that island, man. When you skydived, was it tandem or by yourself, or?
So it was me and a small Russian midget, I would guess.
You're attached to him.
I thought for sure he was going to like say like Putin forever and like unhook me.
As you're going, you feel a knife in you.
I'm like, oh, that's weird. Why? Oh, my guy's gone. Where's my chute?
Yeah, you do that Yosemite Sam, you pull the chute and it's all
Yeah.
silverware.
Just a Russian flag.
Yeah.
Like, oh, damn. Got me again. But yeah, no, it was awesome, man, because you jump out over the ocean. And then
I would never, dude.
You coast back to the land. Because where the plane takes off is maybe a couple hundred feet away from, like, the beach. So you jump, fell through a couple clouds, and then hooked in. It was awesome, man.
I regret not doing it in Guam. There's a bunch of people
Guam would have
doing
been
it in
awesome.
Guam.
I don't know, man. There's something about, I'm not afraid of heights either. It's just like, why are you going to jump out of that plane and it's not crashing?
I would have done it then, but now.
No, there's no reason to do that. There's no reason to do that. If I had to, I would, but like, no, dude.
It gives you a whole like new appreciation for like
I bet it does.
life.
I bet it does.
Jump out of that thing and you're just
Especially
like,
if that shit don't work.
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah. Well, I had a video of the one I did in Texas, and like my skin is just like flapping. I got a ball head. It was just flapping.
Nope.
A lot of parasitic drag on this dope. Yeah, man, we've had some awesome times there for sure.
Good.
That's
Again,
good,
I miss Texas. I miss a lot of things about Texas, but it's just hard, man, when you live there and you just.
What's the gun laws like over there, man?
Super strict.
Yeah.
So 2-week waiting period. There's only like 2 gun stores on island. There's only one actual place where you can go to shoot, but it's an outdoor range, like right by the mountain.
Only one place on the island you're on.
Yeah. So the big island, they're different, but on Oahu is really not that big. So yeah, and then you have to register your gun, serially register your gun with the police department. So there's a lot of laws I don't agree with, like the 2-week thing.
Yeah,
I get that. Cool.
I love Texas then, dude.
But like that, like when I tell guys at work, I'm like literally like in an hour, go buy a gun.
Yeah.
I can bypass background check with my CHO.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, but a lot of guys there. I mean, I think the reason why the hunting or guns aren't really that big there is there's nothing you would usually use a gun for there.
Shit, I go there to hunt axis
deer.
Well, not.
Yeah.
Just they're overrun because there's no natural predators.
Yeah, so some of the other islands they definitely have it, but there's a lot of bow hunting. And most of the dudes just spearfish.
That's something I want to pick up. Me and Andy talked about that, bow hunting.
Yeah.
And then now that I did this, I don't think I can do it for a little bit. I mean,
yeah, because you're pulling with your other arm.
Yeah. Because this is just gonna be a brace, right?
And you don't even hold it that tight.
Yeah. That'd be pretty tight.
Cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Kill axis deer like that. He's coming. Stop it. Get him.
I'm like, Johnny, what the hell?
Sorry, that's poison too. You're gonna fall asleep, dude.
Why are you taking my pants off?
Yeah, so the GAT rules in Hawaii way suck. Texas GAT rules are awesome.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, like my guns, I didn't even take them with me.
Yeah.
I'd have no real reason to. Self-defense maybe, but there's just not a lot of gun crime there.
No, I think, dude, being on that island, that way of life, it just makes you relax, man. There's like really no reason to stress over anything, man.
No. I mean, you got a couple of crazy. The unemployment rate is the lowest in the United States.
Yeah.
But you got to understand too, the cost of living is the highest. They have the highest electricity rate.
I wonder.
But there's a lot of solar panels.
Yeah.
So if you have the solar panels, your electric bill is like $10. But
are you solaring it up out there?
So base housing is.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing about base housing nowadays is you have to pay for your electricity, or you didn't before.
Back in the day,
which I thought was kind of crappy.
Just crank that AC.
Yeah.
I ain't paying for no electricity.
Yeah. But yeah, so there's a lot of Teslas there.
Weird.
Like, a lot of Teslas. Nobody has like a jacked up truck there. Because they have Hawaii jacked up trucks with like Tundras or not Tacomas.
Yeah.
With like, you remember Cacho?
Yeah.
Like the Cacho tires, like that's what everybody rolls over there.
They roll that.
But they have some crazy laws too with that. Like your tires can't stick out past your fenders. Like you have to have fender walls on them. So when I had that Jeep, I bought a Tundra just like my old Tundra. I just bought it.
Oh, okay.
Just bought it a couple weeks back.
What did you do with your old Tundra? You sold it?
So I gave it I sold it to my brother-in-law.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then he sold it. But
is the exact same color and everything? Yeah. Oh, crazy.
Same color, 2006. That was 2004. 4-wheel drive, leather interior, sunroof.
Those Tundras are awesome, man.
Yeah,
I like that body style. The newer ones are great too, but like there's just something about that body style, and because that's when the back window was like, yes, dude, and it was a crew cab that was doing that.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. So you can throw my boards. Usually when we go surfing, just throw all the boards in the back of the truck and
trucks rule.
take off. Yeah, the Jeep was cool in theory.
Yeah,
I just didn't.
Kim looked at one before she got that little SUV out there, and I was just looking at them, and they're just too expensive, man.
Yeah,
and they're really not much of a car. It's a lot of plain Jane, and you're not. I don't know why the hell it's so expensive.
Yeah.
Other than like if you're really into doing that stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
But I don't know. Maybe he was going to spend $35,000 on a truck and then go slam it into some trees and stuff like that. I don't got that.
People do it, man.
Yeah.
People do it.
Yeah. I'd rather take my $10,000 truck and I don't care. But yeah, man.
Awesome. Well, glad you came on, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Definitely miss you guys.
Miss you too, homies. Dude. Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of good motivators for sure in my career. There's definitely, I feel like everybody's put in somebody's life for a reason along the path. And
Absolutely.
You guys definitely filled spots in my life and definitely got me where I am for sure. I don't think I'd be nearly as successful if I didn't have a couple of you key figures. For real.
Thanks,
I appreciate
dude.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Keep doing good things.
Heck yeah, Kaipo. You're going to make
thanks,
senior. You'll make chief.
It's
going to be awesome, brother. It's going to be good, dude. But we'll wrap this one up, man.
Okay.
When you make chief, come back.
Yeah, I will.
Thank you for your service, Kaipo.
Thanks, man. Thanks
Blues.
a lot.
Andy, take us out, brother.
Check us out. YouTube, Instagram, that Facebook thing. Red Ball Podcast.
Late.